Good morning. My name is John Mark Nielsen, Executive Director at the Danish Immigrant Museum. 27 years ago, when the museum came into existence, and I was a much younger person involved with the creation of the museum, our concept of what a museum would be was much different than, of course, it has evolved today. We saw it as important to preserve artifacts from the past. And as I think back to the committee, many of those individuals were looking back to their parents who had been of the immigrant generation, that classical immigrant generation from the late 19th century and early 20th century. But as our experience at the Danish Immigrant Museum has evolved, we recognize that we have to be about collecting items and artifacts that tell the story of a much broader immigrant experience. Those immigrants who came following World War II, and those individuals that come today and work in the United States. Their experience is a part of that ongoing story of migration. And the technical aspects of a museum has changed much as well. 27 years ago, yes, there were exhibits that invited a kind of hands-on experience, but we lacked the kind of audiovisual and computer aspects that are now taken for granted. And so the Danish Immigrant Museum has had to evolve with the times as well, creating traveling exhibits that move about the country. And we've done so with the Victor Borge Centennial Celebration, for example, or most recently now with the touring of the National Danish Performance Team. We have a traveling exhibit that moves with that. Perhaps the greatest change, however, comes with social media and the challenges that that presents. So that now on our website at the museum, we have a virtual museum, or you can visit and track our progress by visiting our fan page on Facebook or YouTube. And there you can see activities and view pictures of recent activities. For example, Michelle McNabb, our librarian and manager of the Family History and Genealogy Center, just returned from an extended trip in Denmark, and there she gave many presentations at genealogy societies about how to research genealogy in the United States. But the most important social media aspect is our website, and on that website I would like to invite listeners of KJN to visit us and to see our virtual museum. The concept of a virtual museum is evolving, but we want to be in the mainstream, the forefront of virtual museums. So we have been about creating an exhibit as our virtual museum. And so a visitor can come to our website at www.danishmuseum.org, and you'll see the home page that offers an opportunity to see a brief video about the museum. But you can go to collections, and under collections you'll see a pull-down menu, and that menu, one of the items is sampling the collection. By clicking on sampling the collection, then you can move to a new or totally different pull-down menu, including A to Z to O. And that exhibit, and the exhibit that you'll find there, is a overview of some of the items that one can find in our contemporary exhibit, Sampling the Collection A to O. There are many different photographs and little narratives of items, from clogs made in Kimballton for the old Dansko company, daisy earrings that come from World War II and were designed to show something of the resistance. The most favorite one I have is the needlework sampler. This dates from the 18th century. And if one visits that, one can see just have a sense of the scope of our collection. So I invite you to our website, www.danishmuseum.org, and visit Sampling the Collection under Collections. You will have an experience of an emerging virtual museum. Thank you.